Hello everybody, welcome to this very, very special extended gameplay video for Critter Café as part of Cosy Quest 2024. Thank you very, very much for joining us. My name is Chris, I'm part of the community team working on Critter Café, and I'm joined by my partner in crime in the community team. You want to introduce yourself, my friend?
Hello, I am Eltana Cassiani, the other half of our little duo. You can just call me Elt because I'm aware nobody has time for that with my name.
Awesome, and we have a very, very special guest, as you can see. Eleanor, could you introduce yourself, please?
Hey, yeah, of course. I'm Eleanor. I'm a developer at Sumo Newcastle and the original creator of Critter Café.
Amazing. We are blessed with your presence as the original creator of this game as we get to check out Critter Café as part of Cosy to Us 2024. Okay, we're going to get into it we're going to get into it in just a sec, but I'll go through the important info. So we're part of Cosy Quest 2024. Which makes a lot of sense. Critter Café is a super cozy game, and you'll be able to play it in full very, very soon because Critter Café launches on Steam and Nintendo Switch on November the 26th, which is incredibly soon, which is really, really exciting. And even if you can't wait until then and you've got access to Steam, you can play a demo on Steam right now. So super exciting times. If you have played the demo on Steam, you've had a chance to check out the game and check out a few things that Critter Café is all about. But what we're going to do in today's video is actually basically kick things off just after where the demo ends, so you can get a little bit more insight into kind of the world of Critter Café and some of the other things that you'll discover as you play the game. So
teeny little sneak peeks.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
people who tune in.
Yeah, right. So we're ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
Let's do it.
I'm our driver for today, so if anything goes wrong, it's my fault.
Right, let's get into it. So yeah, we've got a little save file. We're going to boot up. So whilst we're loading up and getting into things, I guess Eleanor, do you want to maybe just give us the spiel, the breakdown of what Critter Café is all about? You're the creator. This was your brainchild. Just give us the breakdown of what Critter Café is all about.
Yeah, of course. So Critter Café is a game that's all about finding and rescuing these fancy creatures that are known as critters. So finding them and helping them in these strange portals out in the world that they've found themselves stuck in, solving puzzles in there to reach them and bring them back to a cozy home in your rescue cafe.
Fantastic, and we're going to be showing all of that off in this video. But yeah, first thing we're going to do is do a little bit of character customization. I feel like it's Cosy Quest. We've tried to create a very cozy vibe here, like little toys and plushies, which I'm very happy with. And let's try and maybe make a character that kind of fits the vibe. So if you've got any early ideas,
stick.
Yeah, any early ideas out on what you think?
I am open to. We can try and match it to the stream room if you want. Go for greens and oranges.
I think so. That's a good shout.
We can go for that.
Do you have any, Eleanor, on your side, do you have any kind of go-tos when it comes to character customization? As any particular favourites?
With this character customizer in particular, I'm very biased towards the kind of blues, the purples. We've got some, I think we're wearing them actually now, the little wing clips. I always pick those out.
Nice.
The wing clips are very cute.
Okay, we'll go with those.
I like the sleepy eyes.
Oh, yeah.
I like that she just looks like she's ready for a nap.
Yeah.
That is the coziest of vibe.
I'm going through life eternally ready for a nap.
Painfully relatable. Preference on little eye pattern for anybody?
I'm not sure. I kind of like the one that you're on is pretty good, but the
sparkles.
The middle top one.
The one that's got more of a center.
Almost like a
the two sparkle ones, yeah.
It does look a little bit like a little portal, which is very apt.
I like that. Good idea. Okay, we'll keep with those.
Sorry, I've got to be a stereotype. I'm having an eyebrow slit.
Gotta get the eyebrow
I am who I am.
Okay, good. We've sorted with that. But yeah, as you can see, if you haven't checked out Critter Café yet, this is your first time checking it out. All kinds of different customization options for your character that you can go through, and the more that you play, am I right in saying, Eleanor, you'll discover some extra items when it comes to customization, kind of maybe as you progress and you play through the game?
Yeah, as you progress through building up your cafe and playing through the world, then you'll be able to unlock a couple more things through exploring or just progression too.
Awesome. Yeah.
I just wanted to shout out quickly that when I first played this, I was really impressed by the shade range of skin tones. Not just that we have a wide range, but that we have a wide range of undertones.
Yeah, right.
That's the thing that got me, was that it wasn't just there is pale skin and dark skin. There's undertones within it of all ranges, because that was just nice to see, even if I did feel called out by the fact that I was yes, there is just bright pink pale, which is me.
No, I feel that.
Unfortunately, I was saying to Chris before this call, my foundation shade is C0, cool 0. So it's literally just pink paint, baby pink paint, basically. But
Yeah,
preferences, or I'm just going to end up doing this and
Go
randomising
for
it?
one. Yeah, just go for one.
Just close your eyes and randomising.
30 by my count.
Tell me when to stop.
Stop. Okay, we're going with that. Nice one. On to...
If we're sticking with the cozy vibes, we're going for the like ginger to match the room.
Yeah.
Get the bright orange.
I quite like it.
Match what we've got going.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll let you choose the hair, Eleanor. Have you got? Do
Yeah.
you want to stick with what we've got, or anything else you want to pick from?
Ooh, I mean, I do like these ones, but I'm just pretty partial to some of the longer hair ones we've got, like the sort of second one from the right on the top row. I think that's the one I usually go with.
Second one from the... Oh. I was going in from the right-hand side rather than... Yeah. I was amused you picked this one because this is the one that I pick when I give myself orange hair because I always think that the buns look like pumpkins.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that works actually. That works with the room.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always think that the buns here and the little bits at the bottom very much give pumpkin energy
Yeah.
if you make it ginger. It's
Yeah.
very cute.
Oh, it works.
We've got a pumpkin behind us. We've got a little pumpkin
We do.
here as well. So,
We've got one back there too.
yeah, yeah. So I think that
Matches the vibe.
perfectly fits the vibe. Nice
We will
one.
skip facial hair this time
Okay.
since we're going very femme so far.
Mhm. Okay, so let's
Um,
go. Lots of warm clothing here. Lots of nice cozy clothing. You can picture yourself just kind of hanging out in your cozy space.
You can also, just because when I was first playing this, I didn't realise, obviously you can pick your colour for anything, but if you stick it on nothing, you've got their like default colour, which is an additional colour option than if you pick one. And I didn't notice this the first time. I had immediately just been like, no, I want this colour clothes, and didn't realise that some of them have like default different options too.
Yeah, and a lot of the defaults look really cool. Like
Yes.
kind of like set scheme look really cool.
I very much enjoy this one. Like, I think it's
Oh, the
cute,
cloud.
Mm.
Yes.
but I do not know if it's the vibe for this character.
It's
I just
super
enjoy
chill.
it.
It is super chill though. I'd probably either go that one or I'd go the one like middle far left.
The like hippie one?
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, no, it's a bit tight. I thought it might be very baggy. It still looks really cool, but I think something that's just like a bit baggy.
Depends if we go default colouring or if we go like aesthetically matching. Probably not brown. It's too.
And
But
some of the greens were looking pretty good.
the greens match the eyes well.
For, yeah.
Oh yeah, to match the eyes. Good thinking. You two are way more switched on stylistically than me, so I'm gonna have to just concede a lot of this. I think so.
Should we go for one of the like cafe aprons?
Oh right, yeah, we're gonna be doing a shift quite soon, so.
Do we want like apron or like what I think of as cottagecore dress?
Good
I
stuff.
like it. Oh, I think it works. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah, let's go for
Okay.
it. Nice. Okay.
And then trousers that you basically can't see because we're in a dress.
So take your pick.
If I stick on shorts, oh my god, I can have bare legs. Perfect.
Hey, there you go.
You can't see them. You'll never know. I'm in safety shorts.
Yeah. comfy safety shorts. Any hats or top accessories?
Anybody wants to pick? I can whack it so it matches on the green and then flick through.
Eleanor mentioned the angel clips.
That's the one we have.
Yeah. So I think
You want to stick with them?
yeah. Let's
I'll stick on the others so as we can show the ones that are small so as people can see them. We have these little ones that have like bumblebees, and when you're on the default, they have mixed colours.
Oh yeah.
And then you have like front bow, bigger front bow, because you can never go too big with bows. We've got some cat ears.
Oh nice.
We've got some headbands, like little flower crowns, a spike one for if you're feeling more into your alt era. A little teeny tiny top hat
I love it.
that also has cat ears.
I love it.
Of course.
And then we've got like a little traditional bandana, very farmer-esque vibes, which I enjoy. But we will put back on Eleanor's little angel clips.
Love it.
They very much give magical girl.
Yeah.
True.
Okay. Nearly there then. So glasses. Do we maybe celebrate yours and go?
I did
something similar?
get. We could basically put my new glasses on
Yeah.
almost exactly.
Oh no way.
If we wanted to, down to them being green.
Yeah.
So we could do that one.
I think it works. I like it.
Are we giving her a backpack?
Backpack on a backpack. They are quite nice. Maybe not for now. Maybe when we go on adventures, we can switch it.
Later
up.
on, we can stick one on.
Yeah.
Shoes to finish.
And then some shoes. Do we want like cute little ballet flats or sandals, or do we want like work boots?
Have you got a preference, Eleanor? Do you have a go-to here?
I think the flats could work quite well here.
Like these ones, the little Mary Janes?
Yeah.
Cool.
That looks good.
let's stick them in like a nice neutral.
A neutral, yeah.
My only thing I'm going to change, having decided on the eyes, is if we're having green glasses, so they don't get lost behind it, I'm going to match her eyes to her bow.
Oh, I love that. See, this is why you have the controller.
It's
right
almost like I have an art degree,
Yeah.
and maybe once in a while I should use it.
Art design.
Yeah, we've nailed it. We've got our Cozy Quest character.
I did actually do a games art degree and then moved to marketing, so this is the extent that we get these days. So, we're
Okay.
now in.
Shall we do a shift? Should we serve some customers?
Absolutely.
Should we go that?
I'm very amused by the physics of how these ponytails move when you spin,
Extreme.
and they just go completely out.
You have to be careful
It's
when you
fun.
serve customers. It's like
It feels like, you know, when you pick a cat up and
Yeah.
they go. It's like your hair does that.
Yeah.
You could knock someone out with this.
Exactly. We'll attempt not to.
We'll do our very best.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go into a shift. We're gonna serve some customers at our Cosy Café. Could you just maybe give us a bit of an overview, Eleanor, about this part of the game is kind of serving customers area, like what it's all about for folks who may have not seen it yet?
Yeah, sure. So obviously we're in the cafe space right now, so this is the space that you can customize and set up for your customers to come in. So when you go into Open for Trade here, you can ask one of your critters that have a home in the cafe with you to spend some time with you during this activity. And during the activity, customers will come in, and your aim is to get around as many of their orders as you can by mastering some mini games that are very spaced with their order.
There you go. Right, that's our job.
Which critter do you want? Do you want our icon, our mascot, our mogbert? I messed up the word mascot.
Mascot.
Mascot. It has an R in it now. Or do you want our little axolotl friend?
I'm gonna go glowly because we see mobbers everywhere, rightfully
Yes.
so, an icon. But I think let's show off a little bit glowly. Give glowly the glow that.
This is just a no, and I mean this in the most loving way. Genuinely, I mean this with all the affection, but some people won't get that I mean this affectionately. It's like when you call your cat Stinky. Mogbart in the base colouring, as he is here, really reminds me of like a ball of dryer lint you've got like two attached to. Like he is a dust bunny. He
Yeah.
is fluff that you have anthropomorphized to be like, but you're my little
Yeah.
ball of cat hair that I haven't hoovered up yet. And I mean that in the most loving way. I think it's so cute.
That's a new one.
There you go.
It's just the fact that he is just a ball. He's just a ball
I
of fur.
do like his roundness. He's very old.
Very round, yeah. But there are other, as we'll go into maybe a little bit later, there are other colour schemes for the critters that you unlock over time as you build bonds with them.
There he is!
For Mogbert, we'll get into that. Okay, I'll shift.
Look at that tail! Look at that swoosh!
Look at that swoosh, almost
Those
as swooshy as
wiggles.
your hair.
I know, we match. Gotta get that motion in.
Yeah. Right, so we're taking orders. So we've got.
Our first one is to pour a coffee.
Yeah. So as you can see, so our customers have ordered coffee, and basically that mini game for pouring coffee is holding the button down essentially, and just trying to, it's basically a timing mini game to get it right. You nailed it, and now you've delivered the order. So
I'm not going to.
Very nice.
I'm going to go collect the other orders
Go, go,
so
go,
they don't
go.
time out. You can collect multiple at once,
Yes.
so as then you can go and do them and bring them over, and that way they won't time out. So we've now immediately got two of the other ones.
Yeah.
One, let's do the latte art first.
So this is a case of button pressing at the right time.
Yeah, it's like a little rhythm beat game.
Yeah. So they want a snowman, which is we're building towards that time of the year, so it's it feels
Appropriate, yeah.
Yeah, it feels appropriate. We're getting some snowmen in. Brilliant.
This person also, our little cafe owner, vastly better at latte art than I could ever be. Like the other one.
Yeah. Okay, we've got a bit of everything now, so we've got one more latte art to do. Closing soon, so a couple more orders to go. Got another snowman to do. Do you have any, Eleanor, on your side, do you have any kind of tips when you're doing shifts or most efficient ways maybe to kind of do a run in the cafe or anything we should keep in mind maybe the next time that we do a shift?
Yeah, I mean, I think you guys brought up one of the good tips already, that you can go around and pick up multiple orders to avoid them timing out. With the mini games, I think it's just it's a case of just practicing, I suppose.
Yeah.
Just getting a hang of the controls for them, getting a hang of pouring those coffees and the latte art, which you were doing amazing at for talking through it. By the way, I always suck at that.
I was gonna
Every
call
time I
this
try to
out.
demo it,
I was going to call it out, and that's why I left the cake one to the end, because this is the mini game I suck at.
Yeah.
So full warning, this entire stream, I probably will never get this right. I suck at it. It drives me crazy.
So essentially, timing mini game. As you can see, you have to basically stop the cake. Oh, you got perfect. You're very close. I think you deserve it.
I'm surprised that got perfect. I never get it on both lines, which drives me crazy as somebody that was a huge Pokemon Snap kid and played the pincer game where you had to cut the logs with the scyther and nailed it every time. But because it's on like a curve, because it's like a rotating circle instead of like a flat log like in that, my brain can't do it.
Yeah, hasn't bedded in yet. It's still
Every time I play it, that's the mini game I fail. So I'm amazed I got full perfects.
You nailed it.
Very
good.
Go
Service
me.
complete. So we finished our shifts. You got 5 perfect orders. So we got an extra 250 XP for that. So you can see on this screen as well, there's a cafe reputation level that increases the more that you play. So you unlock new things for your cafe as you increase the level, and you increase your bond as well. Your critters as they're helping you around the cafe.
And your like overarching level of like in general with critters, and then there's like your specific critters that you befriended, so you can see how much you've gained with that specific little dude.
Yeah. So we've had a bit of an increase with Glowly, which is great. Feeling closer to Glowly than ever before, which is good. We've got some rewards. Portal sighted.
We have a new portal.
Oh, we've got a new portal. Potion for missing rift at the Fairy Ring Brood.
New variant for Glowly.
And we got a new variant for Glowly. I like the green, to be fair. Green's my favourite.
I love that one because it makes his little frills look like little petals.
Yes.
It gives me like botanical gardens.
Okay, so that's two very different. You were thinking botanical. I was thinking like watermelon sweets.
I can see that.
Like the chewy watermelon sweets.
Oh my god, me and him match if I put that skin on with my strawberry milk and my green.
Actually, wrong theme.
Yeah. We should have mentioned it during the shift.
Oh, yeah.
We've also tried to bring like cozy snacks and drinks. We have milkshake. We have some popcorn. We're going to be digging into. Eleanor, what's your go-to if you're building a cozy space, you're having a cozy night playing Critter Cafe? What would be like maybe a go-to drink or something to snack on?
Generally, if I'm doing a bit of that cozy gaming, then I'm gonna go for a hot drink. I'm probably gonna go for like green tea or green jasmine tea or something like that. And I've got this massive wearable blanket as well, so just straight under that with the tea.
So
it's brilliant.
Love a wearable blanket. I'm also normally a hot drink if I'm like cuddling up kind of person. But the strawberry milk, it was calling to me.
Fair enough.
Do we want to do a booking, or do we want to go rescue some more critters? So then, because if I remember correctly, feel free to correct me here, Eleanor, most bookings you can do with up to 3 critters.
Once you'll start off with, I think I have to ask 1 critter to help, and
Is
then
it only
as you
one at
progress, you'll be able
first?
to. I believe will only be 1 at first, at the point the save's at.
Okay. So
Should
we
go?
only have 2 options. Do we go get more options to hang out with, or do we do a booking first?
I think we've been told that there's a portal to discover, so
There
let's
is a
go.
portal?
Let's go to it. We spent a bit of time in the
Well,
cafe.
that means we need our backpack. We're
Okay,
going
ready.
exploring.
Okay, so let's go and grab a backpack.
If Dora the Explorer taught us anything.
Yeah, can't go exploring without a backpack. We've got a couple of options to choose from.
Just picking which will match best. Do I match it to the bow?
Oh, I like that. Yeah,
I think we match it to the
Oh,
bow.
that's cute.
Yeah. Eleanor approves. That's what we're going with.
As long as the original creator approves, then I'm doing something
We're on
correct.
track. Yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely no artist though. You've seen the original. You've seen the first doodles of this.
All right. So as you saw, there's a little look at the map, and we're heading to Honeycrisp Grove.
Yes, we are. Let me get the aesthetic angle going. Don't immediately take me out of it. Give me my panning shot. Do my like slow walk.
It's very vibey.
I've got so much practice doing this from recording clips.
Yeah. So this is Honeycrisp Grove. This is one of the areas in Critter Cafe. So yeah, Eleanor, maybe can you give a bit of insight into kind of the wider world of it? It's Goldleaf Isle, isn't it? Kind of the general world of Critter Cafe. And this is Honeycrisp Grove. There are more areas as you play through the game you will discover. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's correct. So obviously we've got Honeycrisp Grove as a sort of starting map here almost, and then there will be a couple more locations that you can find to come out into the world and follow up those clues that you've got about where these rifts are located to go into your rescue missions. So once you get one of those potions to open the rift with, you'll be able to come out to one of the locations like Honeycrisp Grove and just take it at your own pace. Wander around, have a little explore, or go straight for the rift if you want to.
Yeah, there's some. They're beautiful areas that I've seen, and you can discover all sorts of things and some secrets and some little.
We found a
treasures,
hidden collectible.
like a blueprint. So should we grab that?
Like a blueprint. Score.
New furniture unlocked. That looks to be the like arcade gaming cabinet that we can now add to our.
I do enjoy that one.
So maybe we'll get that added to the cafe once we get back. But we have work to do.
We do. We have to find the rift, which means exploring. So for people that are exploring, you can change the angle, whether you want it to be top down or like aesthetic view, and then you can like chill, meander, walk, which is what I do when I'm exploring to kind of like get the vibe, or you can just full on Naruto run. And it's very distinctly a Naruto run with those arms out. So as people are aware, if I'm like meandering around like this, it's because it's slightly more aesthetic sometimes.
Of course.
You just want to take in the view.
I
think I see.
There is, and that also means we get to go past one of my favourite areas, but also one of the ones that for me personally is just like such a sticking point, because I, in case you can't tell by the accent, it's real subtle, was raised in Scotland. And there's a lot of Fae history in Scotland, and I was raised being taught a lot of it. And when you go through this gorgeous garden and get up to this little area here, it's my favourite part of this map. But there is this little fairy circle, which is actually the one we're being called to. In real life, you could not pay me to step in a fairy circle. I'm somebody that doesn't really consider myself very superstitious. I don't believe in ghosts or demons or any of these things. However, just due to my entire upbringing, the Fae freak me out.
Yeah.
And so even though I don't believe in it, I'm not risking it. I'm not stepping in a Fae circle. And now the game is making me, and it's such a point of me just being like, I don't like it. My entire upbringing, I love it, but also I'm like,
okay, you're gonna have to
what if I disappear? What if I get captured by the Fae? Oh well.
We can do it. There's important work ahead. There are critters to save.
It's to save a creature, so it's worth it.
They're brilliant. Yeah, don't want to mess with Faye, but no harm's gonna come to you here.
However, it really does cement my point that it's like, pour this magic potion in a fairy circle and it will open a portal.
It's a fair point.
So in we go. I'll kind of hand this over to you, Eleanor. But yeah, so a key part of the game, as you mentioned at the start, is about rescuing critters, and this is basically how you do it, isn't it? This is an example of a rescue puzzle to save a critter, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So once you've found the portals in the overworlds, then you'll come into a space like this, which is an environmental puzzle to find your way through the location in this rift and find your way to the critter that's stuck on the other side of all these environmental puzzles. So there'll be different elements for you to interact with, and well, I won't talk about those because we're going to see them here.
Nice. Good job. Made a good start, Al.
Thank you.
So it's 35 critters in Critter Café, right? And each of them are kind of behind a puzzle or within a puzzle that you need to solve. So 35 different puzzles. Is that right?
Yeah, totally right. 35 different critters to rescue, all of them in their own portal, so 35 puzzles to go through.
Yeah, great. And we actually had, so like I said, so the demo is available right now for Critter Café on Steam if you want to check it out. And that includes a couple of the opening puzzles. And we had a few bits of feedback and questions from that saying, hey, I really enjoyed the puzzles, but are they going to become more difficult? Are they going to become harder over time? And essentially, yes, right. I think the more that you play, the newer, the more that you progress, the puzzles will kind of basic, not maybe linear, but they'll get progressively harder generally, right?
Yeah, they're definitely things that will build up over time. So obviously the puzzle we're doing here, this one's, introducing you to the idea of, smashing these crystals and pushing the blocks around. But over time, as you go through the game, you'll be introduced to more puzzle elements to interact with, a couple more items to help you get through these puzzles, and the levels will build up and start combining all of these different elements that you're being taught, and just kind of scale that way.
Good. Yeah, awesome. So yeah, you mentioned, so we have the hammer, which is one of the tools at this point in the game that we've got access to now, which you've been using very well to get through this.
Smash.
To get through the puzzle, which you've completed, and now we have a critter to save.
Smash.
Don't smash! Get out your system now. I know in real life you wouldn't trust a space like this because you're in a fairy circle.
If it was go through a fairy circle and find lovely mushroom area with gentle puzzles and rescue an animal, I'd have much less issue with fearing the Fae. That would actually be much preferable. However, in every game ever, if you give me something to just go around and chaotically do this, I will. So that's just, I am who I am. New friend.
It's Lazy Wing.
Lazy Wing.
So we have Mogbert and Glowly, and now we have joined.
I love the like little demon eyes it takes and the run it goes out because it looks so feral.
I'm ready to face the world.
Ready to go.
Yeah, and off they go, back through the portal. Nice. So there we go. So we have a third critter that we've saved. Yeah.
Woo.
Good job, team. I say team. It was very much a one-person effort.
Now, moral support is what got me through it.
So as I mentioned there, it's the end of the day, so critter stamina has been restored, and we're back in the cafe. So, lots of different things we could do now.
Do you want to do a little booking?
Yeah, I think now that we're up to 3 critters, we can maybe have a look at the booking system. So as Al was going through this, Eleanor, maybe do you want to explain the booking system in Critter Cafe?
Yeah, so this cafe activity is all about so customers can place these requests for bookings where they want to come and spend a special event at your cafe, and they have certain preferences that they would love to see to make this booking perfect for them. So you'll sort of go through these options and set up a space that you think matches the preferences that they want, and including critters that you think they'd love to spend time with.
Yeah. Good stuff. Yeah, so we're going to go through one of those now. So as you can see, so this lunch date booking, so they want furniture that is coloured brown, they want kind of a lunch date theme, and the critter that's involved will need to have hair. So that's what we're going with. What could
No bald critters.
no. For what? I mean, yeah, customers are always right. That's their preference, so we're going to have to adhere
So
to
this is one that Eleanor could probably clarify for me. Because when it comes to the furniture request colour, I always get really confused because you can't change the colour of the items that are suggested, and it wants brown. So does it just need to have brown on it somewhere?
Yeah, that's the idea. So, we can see the furniture options here, and yours looks like larger in the little Polaroid there. And you can see, what colours they have, what colours they have on them.
Cool, because when I first played this, I got slightly confused because I was like, but these are all green. And I was like, I thought that it was as if you were like picking to decorate yourself, the colour option. But then obviously figured out through trial and error that I was like, it just has to have brown on it. But getting that confirmed, helpful. So do you want to go for the little brown legs, or, I mean, it is a lunch date, we could go for a dining chair.
Yeah, I think lunch date feels, because the armchair's much more kind of chilled out, kind of evening vibes.
Like lounge, have a coffee,
Exactly.
have a chat. But lunch date, so we pick the lunch one. We also have a little birthday party and like a coffee.
Yeah, little coffee date.
Of course.
Tis a cafe after all. And then has hair. So until we go and say hi to our new friend, we can't bring them in. But we do have another friend that has some hair
A tuft.
that we can use this one. One little bit.
This is your time, Mogbert.
It is. It's time for our mascot to shine.
There you go.
Look at those eyes.
Private.
Yeah. So, lunch date complete. So as you can see here, so we've had some extra experience there. We've increased our cafe reputation, and we've increased the critter bond as well, with both generally and, as you said earlier, with Mogbert as well. On our way to level 3 with Mogbert. And
And a whole bunch of unlocks.
oh, yes. Oh, yeah, because of the cafe level up. So we've got a new booking theme. So what book? That's like a kind of a movie date, is that?
Yes, that'll be movie and then like arcade gaming.
Nice. Oh, that's really cool. So we've got critter treats as well, which we'll maybe check out in a sec. More cafe furniture, a new wallpaper, which is great because we're going to mix up the look of our cafe in a second. And more furniture for the habitat.
Yes.
Plenty to get
Many
through.
new things to explore.
Yeah.
Oh, and a new Mogbert variant. He's in his rave era.
That is superb. I love that.
I'm wearing a friendship bracelet. He can go, he can exchange some candy.
Yeah.
He can learn how to shuffle.
Yeah.
Be great.
Oh, I love that for Mogbert. That's great. Okay, so we've done a booking. What should we do next? We can maybe go into the habitat. We can customize the cafe.
We could go, if we do another cafe shift and hopefully try and get enough experience, we could potentially get a new rift, go get a new friend, and then we could head to the habitat and meet a couple of new ones at once.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
let's do one more shift, and then we'll see what options are available to us.
Let's see what I can do. Well, you're the only one who's not exhausted,
Bye.
so back to it. It's your shift again, buddy. Let's speed this.
Putting in double time for us, Glowly. We appreciate it.
Give me my third order. Who's it gonna be? There we go.
Oh, we got one down there. Yeah. Have you? So we're working with Glowly. We've seen a lot of Glowly here today. We just rescued Lazywing. We obviously know all about Mogbert, but are there any other kind of critters that you think you're a particular fan of, Eleanor? That the more that we progress through, that I know that's like picking a favourite child. I know, but
It is, yeah.
I have a favourite.
But have you got anyone you're particularly excited for players to discover when they play?
Oh yeah, I mean, as you're saying, it's always so tricky. I do have a very big fondness for our critters like Mogwit, our sort of little round, fluffball, cat-like friends. There's another critter I really like as well that's quite a bit different. So Favern, who I believe has shown up in some of the posts before as well. That's our little pastel dragon friend. Yeah, I'm pretty fond of Favern as well.
Okay.
Favern's very cute.
Yeah.
My favourite is, I have no idea if they've shown up or if we'll meet them or what, but just because it makes me laugh so much, my favourite is Bugbushka.
Yeah, there's some very good puns in the end.
I love Bugbushka. My flatmate and like one of my closest friends is Russian. And so it makes me laugh. Like when I found that in the game, I was sitting beside her and I just started laughing so hard. This is the only mini game we haven't seen so far.
Yes.
And it is memory based.
Yes. So, Eleanor, do you want to walk us through how this one works?
Oh, it's a particular minigame?
There we go. Yes, so this is the memory based one. Oh, so we saw that. So can you remember which one it was? You nailed it. So pretty much.
I did not nail it. I got one right and one wrong.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah, so I get Eleanor. Maybe I guess we saw it there. But do you want to talk through how that version works? How this one works? So memorize order. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, with this one, you'll get a few seconds to see the order that the customer's asking for on the screen, and then you just select out the options based on your memory of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually really like that one because when I was playing through it the first time, I'm not a big like tea and coffee kind of person, and I was like, okay, my options might be a bit limited here because I've only got the cake, and then I saw that this option here was like burgers and sandwiches. Like that's more my vibe. So I'm a fan of that mini game.
We got a new
Critter
potion.
Café options.
Right, shift done, and we've got another portal to discover.
We do. We've got to head to the picnic area.
Oh, to the picnic area. Okay. There you go. Potion obtained. A strange letter has arrived with a small glass bottle full of shimmering liquid. We know what that's going to mean. A rift has appeared at Honeycrisp Grove. It's at the picnic area. A friend. So much mystery that you will discover as you play through Critter Café. Brilliant. Okay, so we're heading back to Honeycrisp Grove.
Off we go.
Without giving too much away, Eleanor, obviously we're checking out Honeycrisp Grove again here. We mentioned there are other areas that you'll discover as you play through the game. Maybe give us a little bit of a teaser into like the aesthetic of those places, the environment, because obviously this is very kind of floral, very foresty. Are there some other kind of settings that folks might discover?
Yeah, so again, obviously I don't want to spoil their names or exactly what they are or anything like that, but yeah, I mean, as you said, we've got Honeycrisp here, which is very sort of green and foresty and naturey in that front. We've got one that's, how do you describe it? So like brighter area, a bit beachier maybe, and then another one which is sort of, I don't want to use the word cozy because obviously it's a whole cozy game, but cozier, warmer, a bit more adventurous maybe.
Yeah, extra cozy. Before we jump into the portal, can you see what's at the end of that? I think we found another blueprint.
Ooh, good spot.
I can see another one.
Oh, do we run for it? Do we go for it? Why not? Treat ourselves.
Time.
Yeah. So
if we see it, we have to.
Yeah.
The collector goblin in me must.
Yeah. So that's actually kind of, you mentioned there in passing, Eleanor, that's kind of a key part of the kind of the cozy vibe.
One's a new backpack.
Got a new backpack. Got a third backpack.
Has cat ears.
So a key part of the game's kind of cozy feel is like so much of this game is kind of playing it at your own pace, and there not being too much of a, I guess punishment's not even the right word, but a detriment to aspects of the game. So examples like where, like you just said, you can walk around at your own pace in these areas. Like and even in the portal areas, there isn't like a timer or a way that you can fail a puzzle. It's just a case of learning it and going through it at your own pace. So I guess that was a big focus for you in development, was making sure the game felt, accessible is not the right word, but that sort of ability to make it feel as cozy and welcoming as possible, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's a lot of things the whole team did to make it cozy, specifically on the gameplay side of things, as you're describing. So one of the things we really focused on was this idea of, any kind of failure is, soft. So, you don't have like a really pressuring timer, speeding you up through your day. There's no way you or the critters can kind of get hurt during the rescues, or, you're not going to fall off something in the puzzle and have to restart the whole thing. So yeah, just this idea that, you know, nothing super bad is ever really going to happen, but, you know, with your time and effort, you can just make it even better for your customers or your critters or yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think that's and it creates a real opportunity to kind of get acquainted with the environment and feel like, you know, you can really get cozy in that space because you can just kind of hang out. You don't feel like you have to leave it very soon or anything like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, that's really, really cool. And even these kind of portal areas, whilst they're a little bit mystical, they are absolutely beautiful, and it gives you an opportunity to experience them and kind of dig into like the finer details of them, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
But whilst we're enjoying the scenery, we've got work to do. We've got another critter to save. How are we? I'm going Leuven.
I love hen.
Love hen. Oh, okay, I was going to. I was
You'll
going
see,
to
you'll
Central
see.
European on that. Oh, I see. I said there's going to be some kind of okay.
I was fully trying to figure out what you were meaning, and I was like, Gaelic? Like,
yeah. I was going too complex. I should have just seen it as which is love hen. Yeah, and I think we're going to see in a moment what that's all about. Okay. Oh, I see what you. Yeah. So it's a case of moving these blocks into place.
yeah, so I just need to get on this side of it.
Yeah,
some-
so like I said before, another sort of block pushing one, but you know, got a little bit more going on in this one.
Yeah, and as we mentioned, yeah, these kind of generally the puzzles will become more complex as the game goes on. So that's cool to see. Something about this kind of like puzzle, just my brain just doesn't like. I'm glad that you're in control because that would have taken me like 20 minutes. Like, I don't know why.
Years of puzzle games
Right,
and
yeah.
cozy games has done me well.
I just need more experience.
Yeah.
It's definitely a me thing for sure. So there's one more to do. There's moving that block.
That is one thing I find nice as somebody that's obviously got a lot of experience in this genre. For Eleanor, and for those that aren't aware, my degree specialism is in cozy and narrative games. And then I worked as a journalist speaking about them for like 2 years. So I've done my time, I know my way around, and I have followed so many for years.
Mm-hmm.
And I love many of them in so different ways, but it is really nice to have a game that, unlike a lot of the big ones, obviously things like Stardew being the obvious ones, and I love it to death. All the love in the world to Concerned, I adore you. But it's really nice to have a game that isn't farming,
Yeah.
and also that doesn't feel like you're on a time limit to do well. Like, even if you play these games at their most relaxed, sometimes you feel like you're missing things, no matter what that game is, that like if you're not doing things within a time limit, or every day like you might miss things that are new in the shop that are time limited, or you might not make enough money at this point, and so even though it's meant like it is relaxing in itself, there can be that pressure. In this, there's nothing. It does not. There's no calendar. It doesn't matter how long you take. You're just there for the vibes.
Yeah.
It's purely just vibes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, job done. We've solved the puzzle. It's love hen.
Do you get the name now?
Now I understand. Look at the heart on the chest as
It's
well.
very cute.
Ah. The colour variants for that, when we unlock them, are going to be tremendous. They're going to be great.
That is a big fan of Valentine's Day if I've ever seen one.
Oh yeah, definitely. But we have to do like a Valentine's Day booking in the cafe.
Oh my god,
using
absolutely.
Love Hand, and we'll change the whole cafe so it's like red. And
A little
That'll be
cutesy
great.
Cupid guy.
yeah. Right, so we've got two critters that I think we need to go and meet at the habitat.
We should go and say hello to them.
Yeah, so we're going to leave the cafe momentarily and head to our habitat. Eleanor, can you give our viewers kind of a bit of an explanation of what the habitat is all about in Critter Café?
Yeah, of course. So the habitat is sort of the critters' home and where they stay when they're not spending time with you in the cafe. So this is, you know, the sort of private, magical floating island that is with your cafe. And this is where you'll come to, you know, see your critters, and you can take care of them here in the habitat. So we mentioned before that when we rescued Lazywing, that, you know, Lazywing wasn't available for cafe activities until you come and visited him. So that's what you do in the habitat. So you can come here and you can visit the critters that you've just rescued and take care of them to help them settle in.
And that's what we're going to do.
So we're going to summon one of them with our giant bell.
Yep.
So which one of our two new matching, very aesthetic little guys?
Eleanor, who should we meet first?
Let's do Lazywing. We're just talking about him.
Yeah.
I very much enjoy that unintentionally those two come as, like, they look like a duo.
Try and find you.
You're right.
Right. They are now my favourite couple in in Critter Café. I ship it.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're adorable. Right, which way are we going to settle them in? Are we going to go for treats? Are we going to give them a bath? Are we going to play? Are we going to give them a brush? What do you want to do?
I'll pick one first. I like the animation for like when you're brushing them. So
Okay.
let's go. Let's give them a bath first. Yeah. So they go. They're happy.
That's
good.
the spiral eyes is also how I feel if somebody took a brush down my face
Yeah.
when they turn round. Relatable, little guy.
Thank you very much. So if we go to the treats, so treats have kind of, as well as just being nice to kind of feed your critters treats, they have extra kind of purpose, don't they? They kind of increase their stamina. Is that correct?
Yeah, so that's one of them. So you've got a couple of treat options here that I think you actually earned some earlier from your cafe leveling up. So yeah, one of them can give your critters like a little stamina boost. So if it's tired out from spending time in the cafe in the morning, you can give it a little boost with one of the treats here. And then the others can give bonus XP for either your cafe progression or your bond with your critters as well.
Yeah, that's really, really good. So the lore in my head, like the headcanon that I've got for these treats, is that the shift ended and we didn't serve these didn't get sold. So we're like, oh cool, we'll just keep them for the.
They can give it the leftovers. I mean, to be fair, if they're working shifts in the cafe, that is the most hospitality staff working a shift is tired at the end of it thing possible.
Yeah, I've been in that position where I've picked out something on counter, I'm just going to put that over there.
Yeah.
That's for me later.
I've never done hospo, but one of my friends used to be the manager of a cafe and used to just show up at the end of shifts just being like, we have half a cake left and it's not sold, so we have lemon cake now. And I was like,
very bad.
No, it's only the best stuff for our critters. That's definitely that donut does look very appetizing, to be fair. So
do we have a preference on which one we're giving here?
Oh, I see. So you can see. So it's a cafe experience tree. You can increase their stamina or critter experience. I think let's build that bond with Lazy Ring. So let's go for the critter XP tree.
I also approve of this because that looks like one of my favorite biscuits.
Which is
what is the name of them?
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean as well. I'm gonna have to look it up.
The chocolate version is Bourbon's.
Yeah.
What's the
custard cream?
Custard cream.
Custard cream. Right.
Custard cream's
pretty good.
Rock.
Pretty good.
They kind of remind me of my grandmother.
Yeah.
They taste like being at hers.
Yes. Yeah.
But they are good.
I get that. Okay.
So you've had a snack.
Had a snack.
So later on, once you befriend someone, you can also check their colorings. But right now, this guy's new. We don't have one. However, we do have people that do.
Shall we switch to Mogba and show? Because I think we've got two different variants that we can show.
We do.
So,
You do,
Hello,
yeah.
little buddy.
so yeah, let's go to the customize, and there we go.
Switch.
Oh, I love the animation. That's so nice. That's so nice.
This
So
is my favorite Mogbar.
that's your go-to.
That's my go-to.
Okay. So am I right in saying, Eleanor, that once you've kind of maybe maxed out, it's not quite well, when you've kind of finished, you bonded as closely as you can with the critter, you unlock their kind of final colour scheme? Is that correct?
Yeah, so I mean, I won't spoil what that looks like. You got to kind of really bond with your critter for yourself, but yeah, obviously that bond level, does have a maximum to it. So get some nice things at the end of that.
Yeah, good stuff.
I enjoy that the patches on this one. This is such a specific thing. It looks like it's not his markings. It looks like he's been in paint or something, and because it's pink, he looks like he's covered in tubby custard from the Teletubbies.
Oh, wow. What a crossover.
a little tubby custard guy. He got messy. He got into the supply. He got into my strawberry milk.
Yeah, that was it.
And went into the cafe. He's just a messy boy.
Yeah.
But I'm being biased to sticking on my favorite one because I love it so much. I think it's so cute.
Okay. So yeah, what didn't we do? So maybe a wash.
Give him a little bath.
Yeah.
We can do that. Make sure he's all spick and span.
Good stuff. The little squeaky noise. Good, nice stuff. Okay, so that's kind of the.
Now we match.
Oh, that does. Yeah, I love that. You're a pair. You're a wonderful pair.
Okay, we have one other friend to make sure that they're ready.
Oh yeah.
Hello, love him. That was a really cute noise.
Yeah.
Oh,
beautiful.
So I guess we should play with you.
Yes. So we haven't done play yet. Ducky, go.
The chicken noise as it runs.
And the squeaky duck.
A+ sound design there.
Excellent sound work. Okay.
We love that.
So we have 4 critter friends now.
We do, and the only one we haven't called is Glowley, and they do have new colours.
Oh yeah, sure.
So we will say hi to you, because otherwise we're not having you be excluded. We can't come and visit everyone else and be like, we're not seeing you.
Oh, and they've got a different toy as well.
They
so,
do.
Yeah, let's
So,
play with
go
that.
fetch. All those eyes. What
Ready to
a
go.
good boy.
Let's switch it up to the green. Oh,
See what I mean by
Lazy
it's
Wing's
very
cool.
plant?
Yeah, it's quite plant. Yeah.
It very much gives like little house plant. It's so cute. Hello.
Lazy
they're,
Wing's just come to check
Oh,
out
they
some
looked
ground.
it.
they're being friends.
Yeah.
Go.
Friends, or
Go
they
play.
were getting jealous of the attention that Glowly was getting. So.
Maybe.
So
Go find your partner.
yes.
Be off.
So that's the kind of the petting and the kind of the habitat, the critter interactions part of the habitat, but also the other part of the habitat, kind of as you mentioned earlier, is you can customize the space as well, and you unlock new items as you play through. So maybe just very quickly, maybe just
I won't do a walk around of the whole
Yeah.
habitat map so that
Yeah.
you guys can explore yourself because there's some pretty cool areas in here. But I will, before going into customization, wander up and see if any of them are engaging with the area in a way that'd be cute to showcase. You can see them kind of exploring and just living here, and it's nice to see. So they will actually like kick about and have fun and seem like animals, or you can see Mogbert hopping around in the background. Which is nicer than just showing up and them just being there like it's nice to see them have a bit of life to them, and it really makes them feel like they're little friends you've really made.
Yeah.
But yes, you can decorate same as you can with your cafe. Lots of customization for those of you who are fans of building games and love those aesthetics. I spent way too long customizing my cafe. We're not going to talk about it.
We're gonna get into that in a second. So
Yeah. So there are different areas you'll unlock and different items for them. But maybe we use a couple of our little forest items
yeah,
since we've got this cute little tree area.
Eleanor, what do you think we should place down? We've got some baskets there. We've got the beehives,
Ooh.
some shrubbery as well.
I mean, I was gonna say I'm always slightly biased towards the sort of foresty and kind of the two magical plants down at one another as well. Like I love scouring those about just all over the place.
Yeah.
So I'm very
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
the
stick
pastas.
them magically pink so they match our aesthetic. And we already have some here, but I'm gonna make let's make this little corner into our little decoration area.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make a little bee sanctuary.
oh
Oh, I love it. Kind of like the one in Honeycrisp.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Somewhere to have as a dedication to the fact that we made some new friends there. I need to move you for the time being.
See, I wouldn't have even thought of putting down beehives of different colours. This is why
You want like a
I'm not in
light
control.
wood. You want a light wood so it matches aesthetically. You're not going to fit in this corner. That's going to annoy me so much. Where will you
We
fit?
can place it down.
Somewhere here showed green.
I'll do.
yeah, go.
Yeah.
You're not a builder. You don't understand. This will annoy me. I will make this work.
When we finish this recording, you're gonna go back here. You're gonna be sorting this out.
I am who I am.
Mentioned it about.
Yeah.
I very much am like somebody in these games that is a decorator and that loves doing this, which is why, for instance, for some of the things that we've had to do, I decorated a bunch of different cafes, and so I created like 3 fully decked out different aesthetic cafes.
Oh, nice.
And have become far too familiar with it. But I wanted to make it so as when you're under this little like pagoda, they're like built into it, and
That's cute.
you've got like a little area with it all, and then we'll stick down some various foliage. This tree's gonna be too big, isn't
Oh,
it?
it's giving cherry blossom. I love it.
It is, and we're gonna make it work because I will make spaces into the vision I have.
I've just grabbed popcorn and sit back. Just
Enjoy.
watching
Yeah,
professional
enjoy.
work.
Oh, also, a lot of the items people won't realise that are already there, you can move. So if you feel restricted in your building and there was already like bushes there and stuff like that, even if you don't really have those items yourself yet, you can just move them. Same as if you have, if you're doing a build in a certain area and you're like, oh, I really wish I had this item from over there, just go take it. Just go yoink it. There's pretty much a massive amount of freedom of creativity when it comes to building in particular. Which we very much enjoy. What are you highlighting? Oh, you're just telling me there's nothing there. Very confused. I was like, why are you glowing blue?
Okay, we've got a nice
It's just
little. Yeah, we've got a nice little beehive area there.
We do.
Love it.
We're going to stick back in our plants that I stuck in the abyss because that's not aesthetic. And also because the bees need something to pollinate.
Oh, I love it. I love the wall.
We can stick our little bush that we whacked in there so as they've got some good pollinator plants because I'm very, very big on pollinator positive gardens.
Yeah.
We protect the bees in this household.
And its habitat.
And let's stick a little basket out as if we'd been on a little forage.
Yeah.
What basket would we do? Let's make it a little pink basket.
Yeah.
Match our vibe. And we have a little beehive
That's
area.
what we put the jars of honey in when we
Yes.
put honey. Yeah.
I support this. And this means that then if we go out of here and
Oh, we're over there.
over, yeah, I was off viewing the critters. We have this little area which I think I blocked myself out of. There we
Hey.
go. I haven't. I've just blocked this bit, but I could fix that later.
It's cozy.
But we have it here, and I built it in the perfect area. That means that if we call our critters, it's in our background,
Oh,
so we
love
can
it.
be remembered with where we made our first friends.
Oh, that's
It's
cute.
super cozy. It fits the vibe perfectly.
I will summon one so you can
Yeah.
see. There you go.
Oh.
The perfect little backdrop, so you can always remember where you befriended them.
Yeah. That's so cool. Good
And now we get back on our Vespa.
Yes. So we're going to head back to the cafe. So we've got a few more minutes left, and I think we're going to continue that kind of customizing vibe and see what kind of things we can do with the cafe itself in terms of
I can
customizing.
absolutely
You happy
do
to do that? Yeah.
Absolutely. Do you want me to just go feral while you guys chat?
Yeah, I think you should go.
I'm
nuts.
locked in.
Go
Yeah,
nuts.
sure.
Yeah. We'll see a lot of this take place throughout, but yeah, Eleanor, could you give a bit of an overview into the ways you can customize your cafe in Critter Café?
Yeah, so you've seen some of the customization with the habitat already. We're putting down furniture. Obviously, in the cafe, you can pretty much do the same thing. Unlock your furniture items, put as many of those down as you want. There's no sort of limited inventory, or I have to go buy 4 chairs or something like that. Change the color of them. But then obviously here, yeah, as well, we've got the wallpaper and flooring change as well. Same idea with changing colors. So yeah, really a lot of different aesthetics you can set up here.
Yeah.
Thank you. I have a particular vibe I go for with my cafes every time, like my cafes, if I'm not decorating specific ones, and I immediately was like, cool, I know what I'm doing.
You've gone very woodsy straight
Yes.
away.
Really?
Every time, some of the items that I love have not been unlocked yet, so
Yeah.
people would have that to look forward to. But anytime I'm building, I like to go for very rustic, lots of plants, lots of browns, and like natural light, and like that kind of very cozy aesthetic and very natural. You can do very, very different. There's a lot of very different stuff in here, especially when you go into your like bright, vivid colors, and if you go into like which channel, like your arcade machines,
Yeah.
and many other things that you'll unlock as you go. So you don't have to do this very almost cottagecore, cozy, rustic, hobbit-esque vibe, but that is my vibe.
I think a good example. So if you go into the wallpapers,
Yes,
There
I can
is-
absolutely do that.
there are lots of really kind of different vibes there.
Yes, and if I stick it back on the default colours,
Yeah.
you have some good ones. I very much enjoy using this one on a lot of the like light blues and going for a very like almost galaxy vibe, which I feel like matches the puzzles well.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
And then when I've been doing some of the other builds, I also enjoy doing very like cutesy pink and making everything different shades of pink and very pastel. And
I love the one
Going
with the
with that.
treats on it.
yes, this feels very like Pinterest cafe.
Yes.
Like that's very much so that vibe, especially if you put it on like as minimalist as possible, and then you can just put signage on the walls and have that pop instead. But that feels like an actual cafe wallpaper that you would have in like a little town.
I want that. I want it.
It's a good vibe. But
Yeah.
I
That
have
was
my bias.
that was the thing that I was really impressed with as I played through. Is that you can. It's not just like, oh, I choose this thing but in a different colour. There is like the actual kind of variety and designs that the team have come up with. You can create entirely different aesthetics, like the woodsy kind of rustic thing you were talking about, you're making here, or very kind of magical, or very soft, or very bright and vibrant. And that's not just colours, it's the items as well that fall into it. And you've also put down, so on the right of the screen you can see you put down there's some miscellaneous toys, miscellaneous items, and some of them are like toys for critters, and then there's other ones that are like the arcade cabinet that we just unlocked. So yeah, have you got any go-tos in terms of like stuff you like to place down, Eleanor, when you're making your own cafe, or personal preferences?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of have two themes that I think I sort of end up going for. One is very much like as we just described, the sort of, like rustic kind of wood cabin one. I do have a fondness for that as well. Otherwise, there's the cloud wallpaper, and there's some sort of like really cute furniture unlocked online that kind of match that wallpaper quite well. Sort of like starry, kind of a sky vibe there. And yeah, I don't want to give away all my cute items as well, but there are some very sort of like cute little shelf items that I just end up putting everywhere.
Okay. I even like there's already a lot of variety in the pictures that you can put on the wall as well. So there's lots of things you can put, like you can frame up on the wall, which I think is really cute as well. So yeah, there's so much you can dig into that is absolutely smashing at the moment. I like the little like poofs.
I love sticking them around these because one, not specific but little spoiler for an item range that you get later, is later on you can get little stuffed versions of some of your friends.
Yeah.
Various ones of them. And I always love sticking up this because I think of it as almost like a kid's play area in the cafe.
Yes.
And I like to imagine that then if I put like the stuffies around and I put these little like fake seats, and sometimes I'll put the critter plushies on them as if they've set up like a little play area and the kids have been playing with their version of them, and it's almost like a little tea party.
I love it.
So I always end up with one of these in a little kids area, and quite often I'll put the arcade machines near it and some other stuff and kind of make that. But I also love using different bookshelf elements and shelvings to section off areas and make like cozy little seating sections, which is why I created this little sectional here. And another one I love doing, which I can probably do on the other side, is using some of the similar like bigger tables and then sticking some of the bar stools at them, as if like quite often I'll do it in an area where I'll then stick like multiple of the benches beside each other and make it almost like a little seating bar.
Cool.
So you have people who are like solo, who are just going to come in and get a coffee, but you have little relaxing areas for people that are like hanging out with friends and maybe like kicking up with a laptop and studying, and it's kind of sectioned off. One that I build that at a lot is always this window. I love this aesthetic window, and in almost every build, no matter what, I end up with like bookshelves sectioning off here and an armchair and like a little table with like a little lamp. And I like to imagine this is the seat that's like the frequent visitor in your cafe that comes in at least once a week and sits there with their newest novel, like lives in. It's their seat. And I always make that little area for them.
I love it. You like create it almost like it's almost like environmental storytelling.
Oh yeah.
And it's like you're like you in your head you create these like scenarios and these like characters.
I have to create my story for my fake cafe.
Yeah.
Of course.
But I like it made me think as well, is like if you have like a go-to in real life, like if you have like a go-to like cafe or like a place, any kind of place like that, there's often like a spot that you're like, that's my spot.
Yeah, well, I mean that's kind of why I do it, is because when I was in uni, I was the person that lived at cafes like these. I had my local cafe where the staff all knew me by name, and I loved that place. And if I'm ever back home, I still go and visit. And they don't remember me now, the staff has changed. But I spent so much time there, and I used to go in when I just needed out of the house. And one of them, I had two, and one of them was on the top floor of a bookshop. And so it very much had that vibe of people would buy their book and just sit up there for hours. And I really like to try and like capture that. And I started, just the more I was playing this, the more I started just creating these little stories for what it is. I do that, I feel like, in all my cozy games. I like to have my little narrative of how it works. I don't like that lamp here.
You're gonna move it?
You're gonna get deleted.
I think this already looks absolutely gorgeous.
We're gonna have
Yeah.
a little cat toy.
I think we'd have to like get a screen grab of this and just like have it like It's just a great.
If we're going to do that, can I give you the one that I did this with that's fully finished
Oh,
instead?
you wouldn't, yeah, we'll grab it. I'm really excited to see the different.
I love this in brown. I usually use this in every other colour, because in every other colour it really gives like arcade, like, and as a like DDR loving kid, especially this one, this gives me like old like SNES and that era when consoles looked fun and weren't just horrible black boxes. However, the wooden one specifically is so odd to me because it's brown but it looks wooden.
Yeah.
It feels like something you'd find on like an old pier.
yeah, like the oldest of old.
Like it's actually it's falling apart. You're lucky if it works.
Yeah, for sure.
But like every once in a while it will have the out of order sticker off of it and it will be the best day ever.
There's a massive queue.
Yeah. And I always like to either I'll make a little arcade area or I will stick one by the door, and I like to think that it's like the little bit when people are waiting for their parents to like come in and make their order. They'll just stand and have a game while they're waiting for it to go order.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay, we're gonna be wrapping up at the moment, but I think you've absolutely smashed this. I think this is a gorgeous looking cafe.
Thank you.
I'd happily have a drink and a snacky snack in here.
Absolutely.
Then I've done my job well.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna be wrapping up in a sec. But I guess Eleanor, I leave one of the final words to you, that you're the creator of this game. And one thing that I'd love to mention to kind of end things is like the origin story of this game. So this came from a game jam, basically, right? This came from an internal thing where you kind of pitched this game and away we went. I don't know if there's any more you can share on that, kind of very quickly on that story of how this game kind of came to be.
Yeah, I mean, so it was back in 2022 that this was part of a game jam, and I pitched it as a part of the sort of wholesome games area of it because I'm a big fan of those myself, and it has, since it got picked up, with a lot of love and support from the studio and people running the game jam. It's been an incredible time just seeing what the amazing team on Critter Café have taken from that idea and run with and fleshed it out into what we're playing today, and it's just been incredible.
It must be incredible just to see it come to life, and like finally, just how excited must you be now? Like we're just a couple of weeks away from something that you devised, you thought of so long ago, and has come to life, is now about to be available to everybody on Steam and Switch. That must be incredibly exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really excited. I've been excited just being able to talk about it since it was revealed a couple of months ago. So of course I'm really excited to get it into people's hands. For them to be able to explore and see what they make. Like watching Elk build here has been incredible. So I'm excited to see what people do with it.
The streams, the VODs are going to be. I'm just going to be glued to them, watching people just come up with things I never even thought of in terms of designing a cafe and the ways that I'll be on a puzzle and I have no idea how to do it, and I'll watch somebody like, why didn't I think of that?
I'm very excited for it's inevitable. It happens in every game ever. We've all worked on enough of them here that we will know this. I can't wait to see how people break it.
Yeah. I never thought of that.
It's without fail, people are going to find some weird way to do something that's not meant to happen in this, especially in the building mechanics.
Yeah.
I can tell you that for a fact because when I was playing it, I unintentionally did that at one point, and I was like, "That's not meant to happen." That's fine. But people are going to do it, and then it's going to become something that gets discussed, and people being like, "Oh my god, have you seen you can do this? This is really cool." And I'm really excited for that. I love having worked on various games that have this like community building atmosphere, and it's something I love seeing people do. I'm really excited to see the way that people do things in this game that we did not intend and never ever could have anticipated.
Yeah.
Because that really feels like what makes it kind of come to life when it goes beyond what you've given them and fans make it their own.
Yeah. That's
That's when you really get to see the community aspect come out, and I love that. Not to be a little sentimental sap, but
no, you're right. I totally agree. Maybe let's dip out from the customize section. Just
let me get rid of this rug that I'm not happy
Got to
with.
get rid of the rug.
I was not happy with the rug.
Yeah, and just with the character, just have a look around. Oh, I look at that. It's absolutely brilliant. So yeah, I mean, well done, Eleanor, and you and the whole team at Super Newcastle. It looks absolutely fantastic as we get ready for launch. It's going to be amazing to see this game live and in the hands of players from November the 26th on Steam and Nintendo Switch. As we mentioned, a demo for Critter Café is available right now on Steam, so if you want to check it out before launch on November 26th, you can on Steam. But I hope this has got you excited for Critter Café's launch very, very soon with this extended gameplay video. Thank you, Elt. Thank you so much for being the driver today and guiding us through and showing everything that Critter Café has to offer. Eleanor, thank you so much for your time. I hope you've enjoyed chatting with us and having a good cozy vibes. No, awesome. It's been our pleasure. So thank you everybody for watching. And yeah, Critter Café out November the 26th on Steam and Nintendo Switch. And with this has been part of Cozy Quest 2024. We hope you enjoy the rest of everything that Cozy Quest has to offer this year. And yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
See you, folks.